Dude, we got freaking dumped on last night. This is absolutely crazy. Look at the Evo 10 right here. You can't even hardly see the car. We got so much snow. That should make for some fun drifting later on today. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. There's a lot of snow out here, but the only thing about Spokane that I'm not liking these days, I feel like every time it snows, the day after, it just gets super warm and sloppy. I think today it's gonna go up to like 40 degrees, so it's kind of nasty, but it'll be fun while it lasts. We're gonna be pulling the valve cover off the Evo 8 today. Let me get in the shop and explain what exactly we're doing. All right, guys, so yesterday we finished up all the intercooler piping and the intake pipe for this Evo 8 build. We powder coated them that super nice blueberry blue color. Shout out to Prismatic Powders for sending that color over. Today, I want to get the valve cover off, get it all cleaned up, sandblasted, and get that powder coated as well. So let's go ahead and rip this valve cover off right now, and then we can look it over and see what needs to be fixed and how exactly we're gonna get this valve cover prepared or prepped for powder coating. All right, so the first thing is to pull off the spark plug cover. There's 2 bolts there, 2 bolts there. Now we have the coil packs themselves. There's 2 coils, 3 bolts on each coil. There's gonna be a wiring plug in. This coil right here runs all the way over to this cylinder as well. That one jumps over to there. So go ahead, rip all that off. All right, the valve cover is pretty much ready to be unbolted. There's 3 bolts on the front. There's gonna be a bolt there, there, and then probably about 3 bolts on the back, 2 on the side right there, and that valve cover should pop on off here. There's also a little valve cover breather back there. When you're pulling this valve cover off, you need to be careful to not let anything that's sitting on the valve cover fall into the motor. I don't want to pull this motor apart, obviously, and get all the crap, dirt that falls into there. So I'm just gonna be pulling it straight up and off the car. And then as soon as I get it off, I'm gonna grab this plastic bag right here and just cover up that motor. All right, guys, we got the valve cover off. We got the motor covered up. The valve cover is chilling over here. Let's take a look at this thing. So everything on the valve cover is in pretty good shape except for right here. That is absolutely disgusting. I have no clue what happened there. And here's the deal with this. So valve cover is made out of magnesium. It's not made out of aluminum. It's not made out of steel. It's made out of magnesium, which that means that it cannot be welded. I talked to one of the fab dudes over at Raven Performance and he said, dude, there's no way that could be TIG welded or MIG'd or anything. So what I'm actually gonna be doing, this might sound kind of ghetto to some of you guys, but I'm actually gonna be filling all those little divots in or whatever happened there with JB Weld. So I'm gonna sandblast it, fill it in with JB Weld, let it cure, smooth it all flat, and then we can go to powder coating. I looked up the specs on JB Weld and it's actually able to withstand a constant 500 degrees. And I don't think a valve cover gets up to 500 degrees. I highly doubt it. So I'm gonna go give that a shot. The only thing that I'm seeing that may be an issue right now is those holes come right across this little line right here. So if I can't get that to look good, what I think I'm gonna actually end up doing is just shaving this whole line off. I am going to get this thing cleaned up with just some degreaser, try to get all this oil off. The reason I'm making this video separate than the intercooler piping videos is because this is a motor part. You cannot get sand trapped under these baffles right here. If you do, you're screwed. It's a very technical process when it comes to coating a valve cover versus like intercooler pipes where it's very easy to get all the sand out of. This, not so much. So let's go ahead and get it cleaned up right now with some degreaser, some water, a nice brush, and try to get all this grease and oil off this cover. All right, valve cover is all cleaned up, ready to be sandblasted. This next step is probably one of the most important steps, or I'm gonna say the most important step. We need to mask all of this off. We cannot have any sand whatsoever get inside these baffles right here, like I said earlier. And the hard thing about this is we have these recessed areas right here, but I have not figured out what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna mess around, I'm gonna set the camera up and just run a time lapse, and I'll show you guys what I figure out. All right, boys, here is what I came up with. Fully masked off down there. As you can see, I got those ends masked off pretty good as well. So that should do the trick. I got the oil cap masked off. I got that PCV plugged, vent hose plugged with a bolt. This thing is 100% ready to be sandblasted. You don't need to sandblast it if you're gonna powder coat it, but it's best to just get all of the old paint or powder coat, whatever's on here, get all that off there. The new powder is gonna turn out much better and it's gonna be a lot smoother. Everything is just gonna look much better. So I'm gonna be using that sandblaster right there to get everything cleaned up. Let's get it. That literally did nothing. I tried sandblasting it for like 15 minutes and nothing came off. So I'm gonna try the next best thing. I'm gonna see if this aircraft stripper, I'm gonna spray some on there in just a little area and see what happens. Oh yeah, there we go. Dope. So that is gonna do the trick, guys. Don't even sandblast your valve cover. There's actually a few reasons why this is gonna be better. Number one, if you don't touch the valve cover with sand, you don't have to worry about sand getting under the baffles. And number two, you don't need to buy a sandblaster. So you can just go pick some of this stuff up. I think I got this from AutoZone and I think it runs about $10, $15. So I'm gonna throw this valve cover on some cardboard and literally spray the shit out of this thing and get all that paint off. It's gonna be quite a long process, so sit back and enjoy. I'm just gonna let that sit on there for probably, I don't know, let's read this can real quick. Can says, it just says allow time for remover to work. So I'm gonna try like an hour and see what happens. So it's been about an hour and as you can see, this stuff is just bubbling up like a mofo. It should be pretty easy to get off from here. I'm gonna throw on some rubber gloves, grab a wire brush that I got chilling right there, and see what we can do. Quick little update, here is how the valve cover is coming along. If you guys are gonna go this route and use paint stripper, which is what I'd recommend, do not get this stuff right here. I've been trying to use this on the valve cover for about an hour now and not really making any progress. The first stuff I used, which is this right here, works so much better. So I just ran to town, grabbed some more of this because I ran out, and I'm gonna spray this cover down one more time and get it all cleaned up, and then probably grab like a wire brush. I've been using this scraper right here just because this wire brush is so clogged up right now. So I've been just scraping all of it off. But I think if you let this stuff sit on there for like an hour plus, it literally just lifts that powder coating right off the cover. So I'm gonna spray it down again and I'll show you the valve cover when it's all cleaned up. We got the valve cover all cleaned up. Next thing I'm gonna do is fill in this area right here with some WRLD. I'm gonna let that harden overnight inside, and then in the morning we can bring it back outside, get that all smoothed out. I'll probably end up taking this line off right here as well. And then we can get this valve cover powder coated that Illusion Blueberry. All right guys, we got the valve cover down in the shop. I'm gonna grab this little grinder over here with a Scotch-Brite wheel on it and kind of smooth up this WRLD. It's now the next morning, so it's pretty freaking dry and hard. So let's go ahead and smooth that out and see how nice we can make that. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna rip this line off right here as well, see what we can do. This thing's like 99% perfect, but this hole right here, you can still feel it just a tiny bit. So I'm gonna go ahead, refill that up and smooth it flat again, and we should be able to get on to powder coating from there. All right guys, I got it filled in a bit more. It's all dried up now, ready to go. All right, boys, there she is, 100% done. I even went the extra mile and wet sanded it completely flat and smooth. It's gotta look perfect, and I know it's gonna look perfect because as of right now, like no bullshit, I probably have like 12, 13 hours into this valve cover alone. So I know it's gonna look good. Next up is to powder coat it. So I got the oven chilling at 400 degrees. I'm gonna throw the valve cover in the oven just because I just washed it, rinsed it, got every little speck off here. That should get all the water out of there. All right, I just got the valve cover out of the oven. It's still super, super warm. And the point of that is to get like all the impurities out of the metal as well. So I am going to actually blow this off with compressed air, and then we can let it cool down. We're going to mask it off and then throw it back in the oven. It is going to take a bit to mask this thing off. We have to plug that port, we got to plug that, cap that, and then obviously the whole underside of this thing as well. And I may even throw some plugs in some threaded holes as well, just so I can get bolts back in there. So yeah, it's a very long process to do this, guys, but I promise you the outcome of this thing is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to look so good on this car. Yo, we are all done, all taped up, ready to go. Let's get this thing powder coated, boys. All right, boys, the valve cover is 100% done, looking absolutely freaking gorgeous. Before I bolt it onto the car, I want to get all new hardware because the bolts I have right there, they're all kind of crusty. So I want to get nice, brand new stainless hardware for it. But I guess for now, what we can do is open the hood and kind of set it up on there. Just get a rough idea of how she's going to look when we bolt it up on there. It turned out so good though. I am so stoked on it. A little something like that, with the blue intercooler piping, blue intake pipe, which is all chilling in my back seat. If you guys haven't seen that video, go freaking check it out when we powder coated all those pipes right there. So freaking hyped on this. It looks so good. Damn. All right, guys, that is gonna be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys continue fine. Once again, huge shout out to Prismatic Powders for sending and supplying the blue powder coat and the clear. If you guys enjoyed this video, go down below, smash that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I am talking so fast, I'm out of breath. I'm trying to get this wrapped up so I can go catch the Seahawks game. Shout out to all the 12s out there representing the Seahawks. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. We're out.